Ooh, a King George the Fifth, a Fiji as well, and a Lightning. Interesting. So PAPAT deciding to go for the larger destroyer. Now, is that in an effort to do it like an outspotting battle? They're going with a very Royal Navy approach, though, which is interesting. It's kind of cool. But the Amagi is going to outgun the King George, though. I mean, we'll see how the two combinations work together. Excellent. Right, let's zoom over. Oh. So, is the team going to stay together, as we mentioned before, or will they separate? You already get the Alpha Cap for free, and it looks like there'll be a bit of a split. Now, we have the advantages that the Hydro team, they can daisy chain their smokes, but that's the same also for the PAPAT. Both got two smoke givers, their British cruiser and the, well, one British destroyer in the Lightning and one Pan-Asian destroyer in the Gadaj Mada. But they are separating. Now, this is the thing. If the Fiji perhaps moves up to the island block, I don't think it's a particularly smart idea to try and push in and contest Bravo. And the thing is, if the Amagi goes around the island chain at the back, there will be an instance where if the Fiji gets spotted for whatever reason, which is unlikely, there's early in the game, you'll have the instance where the Amagi can't help with the gunfire. But if we wait until the Mada's going around the corner and the Amagi catches up and gets here, and then all three teams go into B. Now this is the thing, B is now flipping, so the Fiji needs to be careful that he doesn't get ship detected, because if the enemy Lightning, which is pretty stealthy, gets a sight on the Fiji, then theoretically the King George may get like an AP shot on him, right? So this is all about the careful, delicate balancing it. However, the Mada's going to go around the corner, he may be spotted, but right now the Maggie's out of the fight. He can't do anything. This is the problem about going long side around. He can't fire. You can fire maybe long range targets through the gap, but until he actually moves down, the advantage now plays definitely on PAPAT's side. Okay, so there's some lightning torps, but easily dodged. The Mada needs to be careful of the lightning torps because those can actually hit him. I think it's just maybe RPF kind of positional guessing, where he is. Yeah, so we got a ping on the minimap. It's like saying, hey, he's probably over there. Now, games that are 3 versus 3 typically won't go for the cap. Cap can give pressure, but the real thing that matters here is getting kills. And we can see the Mada's actually doing a reverse play so that he can run away. Oh, boom, he sees the Fiji immediately. Now, can the Amagi get a shot on? High explosive, not AP. Not the ideal ammo selection, but it is what it is. Return fire to King George. Some AP shots from the Fiji on the Amagi. It's really going to do like tickling damage on the superstructure, and that's it. Ooh, Mada needs to be careful. He needs to reverse. Yep, okay, he's going to dodge these torps, and this may be single fire in groups. Good AP salvo. Takes about 12k away from the King George. Now what does the Amagi do? Does he go around the corner and keep lapping the King George, or does he accelerate? What's the Fiji doing in this example? Because the Fiji is trying to long range torp, and I think perhaps with RPF he's realizing somebody's going Charlie. This could be, what, Fiji versus Destroyer? No, the Lightning we see is in the smoke cloud firing torps. Or no, that's the Fiji, apologies. That's the Fiji in that smoke. So it could be us Lightning as well. Oh. Torpedo. Oh, I was going to say torpedo beats, but not quite. So that's an annoying flood and clip on the Fiji for health. And we see that somebody... Yeah, okay, so the lightning has gone to Charlie, and it's the Fiji that was... So the lightning must have gone to Charlie and fired torps, so they got the Fiji, and then the Fiji's, that's that smoke over there on the King George. Hydro's up for the Hydro on the Hydro team's Fiji. And we see that the Yamagi is pushing out. Now the team is separated, so Hydro is in 3 separate locations. Now, because it's 3-1 caps, the Gadajmada from Hydro is going at the cap. It's fair enough. He's trying to contest. He can't be spotted because they know the lighting's at Charlie. The Fiji's got Hydro up, so he can't be random torped by the lightning. Lightning can't fight the Fiji while he's there. And this is the one way that Hydro's going to come back into this. They have the advantage. They have the bigger battleship. If the Yamagi pushes the King George, it can punish him, or they can get broadside on the Fiji. Oh, hello. So yeah, so the thing is, though, the Yamagi doesn't have a Hydro, so he needs to be careful he doesn't get, like, random torped. And the lightning is harassing the Fiji, basically just doing resets. Okay, so the Fiji is smart. He has reversed in, so it makes it easier for him to escape, hence and point those torpedoes so he can reverse out, but he's already with that torpedo clip down to 11k, and the lightning is just going to be annoying. Maybe if this Fiji can smoke up, guarantee, or he can go stealth. It's possible he could go stealth if he stops firing. And the lightning would have to turn... Well, okay, no, he's just going to go with the smoke option to get the cap. The Gadajmada is forced out of the cap by the Fiji, and this is where the power play of the Yamagi is. If the King George rams the Yamagi, that works in his favor. Oh, and that's a good citadel, maybe. You see... Oh! That's massive. Those are Citadel, non-regeneration help. So now the Yamagi gets the massive damage on the enemy Fiji. He sees the incoming King George. He gives broadsides, but he knows the King George is firing HE. He doesn't want to take a ram. A ram works really well for PAPAT. Okay, so the Fiji heals up what he can. Now the enemy Fiji from Hydro can see PAPATs, and he's going to get maybe a couple more shots in. Yes, Gadajmada probably doesn't want a gun duelist, but he can try and spam more torps, and then combined they can do some pressure. Now the King George was trying to get a ram. He's now moved to AP shots, but the higher tier Yamagi is just going to outsmash the King George run away. And this King George is completely on his own. He doesn't have torps from his cruiser. He doesn't have smoke. He doesn't have his DD giving him assistance. And he doesn't have torpedoes himself. He's not like a Gneisenau or anything. Yeah, oh man, those AP shots absolutely smashing the bow of the King George. So the Yamagi's just going to run away, which is what the Yamagi does really, really well. He's going to kill off the King George, and then he's going to rotate back. In terms of points, it's even caps again, with the Fiji that got slammed taking back the B, but that's not the issue here. It's not going to go down to points. It's going to go down to kills. And look at this, the Lightning's trying to push up to be more aggressive, but the Fiji is spotted. Is that going to be him dead? It is. So Little from Hydro gets down, the Yamagi then kills the King George, and just like that, boom, it's done. What can the enemy Lightning do? He's tier 8. That's your, like, powerful ship. It doesn't look like anything's going to come out of this. Okay, we have our next game as well. Okay, so Lightning's got nothing left to go. He's going to fight the enemy DD, but if even he kills the enemy DD, we've got an 18k health Fiji here. Yeah, this is just, unfortunately, game over. Oh, congratulations to Hydro. Yay! And it's interesting, the dynamic there, how teams that, we're going to come back here, so it's like teams that have different benefits, they choose to go with the tier 8 or tier 9s, and in this particular instance, the Yamagi dominated the King George. The Lightning was annoying, he did get early caps, but was he really that effective against the enemy team? It doesn't really feel like it, and the Fiji from the PAPAT team got slammed by the Yamagi. The Yamagi by far is the star player here, and the reason for winning. So, yeah.